Most schools teach you about algebra, history, and science. But what about the one thing that will affect almost every single decision you make as an adult? I'm talking about money. It's a huge part of life, but so many of us are just thrown into the deep end without any lessons. In this video, we're going to change that. We'll break down the basics of financial literacy simply, with real-life examples you can actually use. My goal is to help you learn this stuff early, so you can avoid common money mistakes and build a seriously strong future for yourself. So, what even is financial literacy? It sounds like a big, boring term, but it's actually pretty simple. It just means understanding how to earn, spend, save, and manage your money wisely. This isn't about becoming a millionaire overnight. It's about being in control and making smart choices with whatever money you have, whether it's a little or a lot. Think about it this way. You get $50 for your birthday. Do you blow it all on a new game right away, or do you spend some and save the rest for something bigger later? That decision right there is financial literacy in action. It's about knowing you have options and choosing the one that's best for you. Let's start with the first step, earning money. For most of us, money comes from work. This could be a part-time job at a local shop, babysitting for your neighbors, tutoring younger kids, or even finding gigs online. Whatever it is, that money you earn is your income. Here's a super important idea to get into your head right now. Your income is limited, but your ability to spend is practically unlimited. You have to be the one to control it. For example, if you earn $200 a month from your job, but you end up spending $250, the math just doesn't work. That extra $50 has to come from somewhere, and that's how debt starts. It's a simple concept, and it's the foundation of everything. Now for the fun part, spending. Or more accurately, spending smart. Every single time you buy something, it falls into one of two categories, a need or a want. Needs are the absolute essentials, things you can't really live without. Think food, basic clothes for the season, or supplies you need for school. Wants are everything else, the fun stuff that makes life more enjoyable but isn't strictly necessary. This includes new video games, getting takeout with friends, or those subscription boxes that pop up on your feed. It's not that wants are bad, they're not. The trick is to balance them. Here's a real-life example of how this plays out. Buying lunch at the school cafeteria might not seem like a big deal. It's just $5, right? But if you do that every day, $5 a day adds up to $100 a month. That $100 could have gone toward a new pair of shoes you've been wanting, or even better, into your savings. This shows a key lesson in personal finance. You're small. Everyday spending habits often have a bigger impact on your wallet than one or two big purchases. Paying attention to where those little dollars go is how you gain control. Okay, so we've covered earning and spending. Next up is saving, which I like to think of as paying your future self. Saving is simply setting aside money for later. This could be for a short-term goal like buying a concert ticket, a long-term goal like a car, or just for emergencies and freedom. The cool thing about saving is that time is your best friend. For example, if you start saving just $20 a month when you're 15, you'll all have more money by the time you reach 20 than someone who starts saving $50 a month a few years later. It's all thanks to the power of starting early. The best rule to follow here is to pay yourself first. This means that as soon as you get any money from your job, your allowance, or a birthday gift, the very first thing you do is move a small portion of it into your savings. Don't wait to see what's left over at the end of the month. Put that money aside first. Even if it's just $5 or $10, it counts. It builds the habit, and that's what truly matters. Finally, let's talk about something you need to be really careful with: debt and credit traps. Debt is just a fancy word for borrowing money that you have to pay back. The catch is that you usually have to pay back more than you borrowed. That extra amount is called interest. Here's a teen-friendly way to think about it. Imagine you want to buy something that costs $300, but you don't have the cash, so you borrow the money. By the time you pay it all back with interest, you've actually spent $360. You essentially paid an extra $60 just for the convenience of not waiting. And this brings us to credit cards. They might feel like free money, but they are not. A credit card is just a delayed bill. Every time you swipe it, you're taking out a small loan that you will have to pay back. If you don't pay it back in full and on time, that's when the interest kicks in, and things can get expensive and messy very quickly. So be smart and be cautious. So how can you start building these good money habits right now? It's easier than you think. First, try tracking your spending for a week. Just write down everything you buy. You'll be surprised where your money goes. Second, make it a rule to save a small part of every single dollar you get. Third, before you buy something, pause and think. Ask yourself, do I really need this, or do I just want it right now? These simple habits are so much easier to build now than to try and fix bad habits later on in life. Remember, getting good with money isn't about being perfect. It's about making progress one small, smart decision at a time. You've already taken a huge step just by watching this video. If you want to keep learning, I've put a list of some of my favorite beginner-friendly tools and books in the pinned comment below. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this helpful, please give it a like, subscribe for more, and share this with a friend who should learn this stuff early too. See you next time.